Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers as concerns their pathway to potentially land Giannis Antetokounmpo. I just want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about the pathway for the Lakers to do so, and what are the guidelines of how they could potentially land him. And I just want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about it. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. So guys, before I get started about the Lakers' pathway of getting Giannis Antetokounmpo, let me be very clear about my stance and what this my prediction will be when it comes to this particular video. I know that Giannis Antetokounmpo, possibility of landing with the Los Angeles Lakers is not written in stone, okay? I am not trying to say that it is a 90% chance that the Lakers will sign Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, there is no way that I will say this in this particular video, because there is a 90% chance that Giannis will re-sign with the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? He is scheduled to, become a free agent this year. Just because of, I think there's an option for him to opt out of his contract this year, but there is a possibility that he could re-sign, but or opt in, but still remains to be seen about that. And there's been multiple reports showing that the Milwaukee Bucks have spoken with Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they basically said that they will try. They're motivated to build a strong team around him. They are going to be spending their luxury tax on free agents this summer, and potentially either maybe trades could be involved when it comes to building a strong team around Giannis. So the possibility of Giannis remaining with the Bucks is so sure that the reason of me making this video will be unnecessary to make. So the possibility is still there. This is just me putting out the perspective and the possibility of the Lakers signing Giannis Antetokounmpo, a potential free agent, or possibly, but not so much a possibility of maybe trading for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So the possibilities are about Giannis going somewhere or remaining with the team is go either way when it comes to his mindset and his mentality, going forward. Because he did say last year that there is no way that he is going to leave the Milwaukee Bucks to go to Los Angeles. He's not going to pull that type of move. I'm just paraphrasing what he said. This is the actual quote that he basically said, I believe last year, or possibly it was in the beginning of the season, but it was really recent, that he's motivated to bring a championship to the city of Milwaukee. So the possibility of him going to the Los Angeles Lakers will no way happen. So that I'm just paraphrasing, but this is the actual quote that he said. So the possibilities of that potentially happening, it could not happen, but Laker fans, including myself, can dream, right? I mean, plethora of years when it comes to the Lakers, when they're attached to a potential superstar caliber players, like there was at one point there was KD, and then there's been a lot of players that have always been mentioned for a potential signee with particular superstars and all-star caliber players, even Jimmy Butler at one point. So and I know there's other teams that are showing a lot of interest for Giannis, and if a trade does happen, if they don't come out with a potential deal to potentially sign Giannis, a trade could potentially happen. But it still remains to be seen about that. There's been a plethora of teams that have been named for them to be a sort of partner in a particular trade with the Milwaukee Bucks, like the Heat, the Portland Trail Blazers, the what do you call them? the sorry guys, the 76ers. I mean, there's a plethora of teams, even the Warriors. So there's a lot of teams in mind when it comes to them signing or potentially trading for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So the possibilities are all there. There's no doubt in my mind that if he has the opportunity to re-sign with the Milwaukee Bucks, there's a 90 to 95% chance that he could potentially re-sign with the organization. But if there's a possibility that he goes somewhere else, my personal opinion, he should go to the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, he has a lot of respect for Kobe Bryant. That's why he has that sort of mentality of remaining with a one team throughout his career with the Milwaukee Bucks. So with him putting out that quote, he's just showing that he has that model mentality to just win games and deliver a championship for his one team that drafted him. I believe it was in 2013, something like that. So he wants to play that route, and that's why he respects a player like Kobe Bryant and the Lakers organization, because as we all know this, I think he put out a list of basically the top 6 best players on his NBA list, and that was out of 5 Lakers, including one player that was Michael Jordan. The other 5 players was like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, and I believe Magic Johnson, and also it was LeBron James. He was also on that particular list. So he just shows a lot of admiration for the Laker legends and the Lakers organization. So, and plus we have one of his brothers on the Los Angeles Lakers, and he could potentially win a championship this year with the lights of how the Lakers have been on the playoff run, and with them being in the Western Conference Finals, it just shows that whoever they're going to be facing in the Western Conference, either the Denver Nuggets or the LA Clippers, it shows a lot of perspective of could Giannis just show that, they treated my brother right. I love the organization, how they treat players, including legends. I want to be part of that particular organization so they can, boost my career and also with fame as well. So, because, if you go to Los Angeles, anything can happen when it comes to fame-wise. So, that possibility is also in the books when it comes to his mentality of how he wants to progress his career. And then there's also the perspective of, having somebody already there for him to team up with, and that is players like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Okay, we can also have a big 3 of dominance in the NBA and also in the Los Angeles Lakers, and with the lights of LeBron, Giannis, and also Anthony Davis. So the possibility of that is also for that sort of perspective of his interests if he wants to go sign with the Los Angeles Lakers, and the possibilities are just wondrous when it comes to that particular possibility. But there's also some fear of how, or actually risk, really, not really fear, that the Lakers cannot pull this off, because the Bucks organizations, they are going to do whatever it takes if they don't sign Giannis Antetokounmpo, but they're going to trade him. But if they do decide to trade him, they're going to do whatever it takes to get everything for him. I mean, that's what they did. That's what the Warriors did for KD when they got what's his name, D'Angelo Russell, and the plethora of other assets when it comes to getting that particular deal done. And I think the Milwaukee Bucks are going to do that particular scenario, whatever it takes to get a player, get assets for Giannis Antetokounmpo if they do decide to trade him. So and that's what the Pelicans did for Anthony Davis when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, and I just don't think it's going to be working for the Lakers' favor this time around because of the recent trade that they did in the last season with in the off season with Anthony Davis trade. So they traded the whole farm with assets to get Anthony Davis. So, excuse me, when it comes to that particular predicament of trading, it's kind of hard to say because, you know, the Lakers don't have assets and they don't have players to really match the type of contract that Giannis has, because I think he has somewhere around 27 to 30 million remaining left on his contract, and I think if he just opts in, he will be a free agent in 2021. So, and he will be an unrestricted free agent. So that gives the Lakers a much better opportunity to get him next year. But you know, if at any given moment, if he does decide to like opt out and just you know, get you know, signs with a team and then he signs an extension, it just kind of blues the Lakers' chances, and if you know, it just gives them an opportunity to just go after him if he does become a free agent this year. So. But the Milwaukee Bucks are not going to make that particular you know, issue happen. So the other possibility, like I said, is just free agency for the Los Angeles Lakers. They can go after him in free agency and just you know, sign Giannis. That's if he just opts in and just allows the Milwaukee Bucks just to, you know, use the luxury tax that they have and just go after particular players like you know, either free agents or, you know, either trades. But still remains to be seen who they'll be going after. They could potentially go after CP3. That's been on the rumor mills for the past couple of months now, or actually just a couple of weeks, since the Milwaukee Bucks got eliminated in the semifinals. So that's the possibility and the prospects of that particular scenario that the Bucks will potentially do. But you know, if a trade does happen with the Los Angeles Lakers with the Milwaukee Bucks, there is no other alternative that they will basically ask another team to be involved in this particular trade. There is no doubt in my mind that that's the only scenario that they will potentially do so. If the Lakers don't have assets and the cap space to, well, I think they have the cap space. I don't think there's no doubt that they can give a huge contract, a max contract to Giannis. But because you know, if I probably did mention this, but you know, LeBron James said in March of 2020 that he would take a pay cut to get, if there's any sort of way that the Lakers will land Giannis Antetokounmpo. So the possibilities of that particularly happening for them to, you know, excuse me, to go after any sort of player with adding on a team attached to for a potential trade, they will do so. But that's still remains to be seen about that. And the possibilities, guys, it just goes long ways. It comes to the path of the Lakers getting Giannis Antetokounmpo is just so up in the air. It's just it's interesting to just really talk about, because the possibilities of that can go wonders when it comes to, you know, Giannis and his decision. Some you know, sports outlets and media you know, reporters putting out there that Giannis will leave. Which I don't really think it will happen, but you know, the possibilities of that, it goes lots of ways when it comes to that. So so guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos. I really want to know your thoughts about the whole possibilities of the Lakers landing Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is it a possibility, or do you think it's not, because of how the Lakers you know, lost a lot of assets? Man, I need to drink some water. Excuse me, guys. Because you know, the possibilities of them having assets, it's just very hard to say, because you know how they traded for Anthony Davis is just, you know, they lost a lot of draft picks, and the only draft pick they have is in 2020. And when it comes to players wise, I mean, they signed a lot of players last season to 1-2 year contracts, and I don't think it will give enough leverage for the Lakers to trade for anyone to get Giannis Antetokounmpo. But like I said, the only way, if they want to pull off a trade, is to add another player, another team to for potential 3 or maybe 4-way trade deals. So there's that perspective, and then there's free agency. So either 2020 or 2021. I mean, the possibilities can go wonders when it comes to the Lakers of them getting Giannis Antetokounmpo, but be in mind there's other teams that are interested in Giannis as well. Like I said, the Heat, the 49ers, the Portland Trailblazers, and of course the Golden State Warriors. So, and there's basically two contenders for Giannis, and that is the Heat and the Warriors. So that's the sort of possibility of that particular trade to happen. So guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel. I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like all of my social media sites: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'll leave the links in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites, and of course subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Like I said, guys, in my past videos ago, I'll keep you guys up to date about everything that's going on when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, including the coverage for the Lakers in the playoffs, including the Western Conference. Still remains to be seen who will the Lakers face in the Western Conference Finals. It could be the Clippers or the Denver Nuggets. Like I said in this video, still remains to be seen who the Lakers will be facing in the Western Conference. Because it is Game 7 today as I'm recording this, so anything will go when it comes to who the Lakers will face in the Western Conference Finals. So I'll keep you guys updated about that, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.